Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It's not the Russian Federation that actually threatens the planet with destruction. I think it's the United States of America. And I will make my claim known because I will bring evidence to support my claims. The way it supports Ukraine, I'm just going to go into Ukraine first. The way it supports Ukraine, trying to push the Russians in a corner, could lead to that outcome. Negotiations are not part of the deal. Again, you don't keep that door open, which way you're going to end up? You're going to end up to whatever happens. You can say, well, you can't leave the Russians kill the Ukrainians. They shouldn't have gotten to this point. 2014 was orchestrated by the people that I'm talking about. The leadership. If you don't believe me, just listen to Victoria Nuland and find out how she was maneuvering things here with the ambassador in Ukraine. That's one. Second one, look what's going on in what provocations occur in Taiwan. The same actor behind all this, pushing two together to have a little dance, one of them having nuclear weapons. Interesting, right? And then the third one, North Korea. North Korea has nuclear weapons as well. And in all these three examples that I gave you, the common denominator is the United States of America. If something happens in Iraq, again, the common denominator will be the same guy. And if something occurs in, let's say, Serbia, most likely the same guy. And if something happens in Syria, again the same guy. In Syria, you ask why? Very simple. American troops are illegally stationed on Syrian territory, sovereign country of Syria. They claim here that Ukraine is sovereign and Russians violated Ukrainian sovereignty. Well, if that's so, then you violated for a long time the sovereignty of Syria. Instead, not only violated, you illegally extract oil from the sovereign country's wealth. So you're not only a but you're also a thief. Okay? So let's go back. So on all these examples that I gave you, it's only one country that is present in each and every instance, and that is the United States of America. It's not Russia, it's not China, it's not India, it's not even Israel. Okay? It's only one. You can say, but you gotta present evidence to support that claim. The United States is the force of good in all this, and they're actually on the side of the good. Therefore, you find the United States everywhere. Really? Really. I told you Ukraine, you had nothing to do in Ukraine, but you did. Remember that overthrow of a legitimate, democratically elected government in Ukraine was orchestrated by the force of the good, with any reasons to get in, right? That's one. Remember, those guys had Minsk Protocols 1 and 2. United States was not involved in that one, in peace process. Remember Kosovo. Kosovo was created due to a bombardment by the forces of good. Okay? Iran. The forces of good are going to do what? Attack a country because the country is not allowed to have a peaceful nuclear program, atomic program. What if they have nuclear weapons? Israel has it. Make sure you get Israel to get rid of them, and then we're going to take care of the other one too. Oh no? Okay. Let's go with North Korea. You and South Korea are having all kind of joint military exercise over there. You're the force of the good. And the guys say, guys, that's an escalation. Stop doing that. We're going to launch rockets. They're on launch rockets. This guy say, well, that's an escalation. No, you are an escalation being over there 8,000 miles away from your shores in East Asia, creating problems between two of the same nation, two countries of the same people. Now let's see what's going on in this article here with another provocation, and what are the North Koreans do. This article comes from my new friends, the Jerusalem Post. And it's from today, November 5th, 2022. North Korea fires 4 ballistic missiles at sea. I don't know how many they did in the past week and a half, 30 or something, ballistic rockets and this and that, cruise missiles. So ballistic missiles. 4. Saturday's launch comes as the United States and South Korea wrapped up 6-day vigilant storm exercise. Vigilant storm. Ooh, so idiots. Wrapping up a 6-day vigilant storm exercise in the area. You create a storm and you're vigilant to see who's gonna jump and you can smack around. It's just provocation. North Korea fired 4 short-range ballistic missiles into the Western Sea on Saturday morning, the South Korean military said, adding the missile flew about 130 kilometers, 80 miles, at an altitude of about 20 kilometers, 12 miles. Well, remember, I'm no friend of my woodchuck. I'm not friend of my friend woodchuck, okay? Which is Kim Jong-un. I'm not a friend of that guy. But that guy knows that only this, if you don't have this and that, in the world you're gonna be stamped like France, Great Britain, Germany, Italy, by the same guy. You need this and you need nuclear weapons. Those guys have nuclear weapons, but they don't have balls. I'm not talking about Germany. Germany, I told you how Germany is with the balls, is a ball-less country at this point since 1945. But you know, I told you this little fact. People who lose some limb, arm or leg, sometimes they feel like they itch, and they even don't have it, they still feel like they itch over there, and they need to scratch it. Well, and they think, oh, I still have my hand, my arm or something. That's what Germany from time to time feels. Oh, I still have balls. Oh, I guess not. That's what sometimes they wake up and say, hey, I'm full of balls. No, your balls were snipped and tossed, I don't know where. You can't find them anymore. You have to grow a new pair. That's what you have to do. North Korea has launched a series of missiles this week, including a possible failed intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, drawing condemnation from Washington. Why? Seoul and Tokyo. Why do you condemn? You should condemn that vigilant storm bullshit that you initiated and you completed. Washington, Seoul and Tokyo, and raising speculation it could be readying for a resumption of nuclear testing for the first time since 2017. You bet they will do that. Why not? What are you going to do about it? You already do everything besides the one thing you didn't do, attack them physically, like with armies. That's all you didn't do yet. Everything else you've done. Destroy them politically, embargoes, sanctions, blah blah blah, military maneuvers, weasel moves, everything you got out, and you can't do any more unless you're gonna invade them somehow. But not you. You're gonna use the other weasels to invade them, and you stay far away. Oops, and just throw some more weapons, some money, weapons, money. We're not part of the conflict. You guys fight, brothers. Well, Saturday's launch, fired between 11:31 a.m. and 11:59 a.m. local time, comes as the United States and South Korea wrapped up a 6-day vigilant storm. Wait a second, but when the other one said it's 5 days. No, 6-day vigilant storm, my bad. Vigilant storm exercise that began on October 31st. The joint military exercise involved listen to this, 240 military aircraft and 2 U.S. strategic bombers, B-1B, according to South Korea Joint Chief of Staff. So those guys were like invasion army right there, and my friend Woodchuck should have just stayed and changed channels from basketball to porn or something, and vice versa, back and forth. This is the first time the B-1B has been deployed in U.S. South Korea drills since 2017. So who escalated here? Who escalated? Nothing from 2017, but you escalated with more. And this guy's okay, we're going to escalate with nuclear then. We started the program again, which shows the combined defense capabilities. Defense? How do you defend when you're around those guys' doorstep. Why don't you do your defense by United States coast? Or you defend South Korea? Oh, my bad, because they are impotents, right? And you need to come from, because you're the forces of good. I got that. My bad. Which shows the combined defense capabilities and determination of the Republic of Korea and the US to resolutely respond to any provocations. But you provoke. What provocations? You provoke. Those guys are responding to your provocation. What are you talking about? From North Korea and the will of the US to implement a strong commitment to extended deterrence. That's not deterrence. That's I threaten you. The JCS said in a statement. Pyongyang on Friday demanded the United States and South Korea halt provocative air exercises. I agree with that. How else would you call those? A friendly meets? South Korea said it scrambled warplanes in response to 180 North Korean military fighter flights near the country's shared border on Friday. Yeah, those guys showed their teeth too. What am I supposed to just take it as a whore, like a whore? The recent North Korea missile test. On Wednesday, North Korea fired a daily record 23 missiles, with one landing off the coast of South Korea for the first time. Yeah, back until boom. In recent years, the United Nations Security Council has been split on how to deal with North Korea, and in May, China and Russia vetoed a US-led push to impose more UN sanctions in response to North Korean missile launches. Yes, but you impose all your sanctions. You want UN. It's enough for you to tell other countries don't impose sanctions because we're gonna you up, and they will listen. Then you don't have United Nations. United Nations is just a paper tiger. That's what it is. They just condemned yesterday or the day before. They voted for a resolution condemning Israel nuclear war weapons, and they demanded Israel to get rid of his nuclear weapons. Anything happened? Did you hear anything about it? Nothing happened. United Nations. Why? Because they condemned the wrong people. The United States with the wrong people, and all those guys' people were two countries, United States and Israel. Opposed it, I think. And then it was Ukraine and I think Brazil abstained or something like that. Another Papua New Guinea or something said, I don't know what to do. Give us some more money. Next time we're going to be with you. This is the way the world is ran, like a kindergarten. Well, that's what we have. Mediocrities over there. What can we do? Go and vote. So let's play some Capricci Paganini or something, or Vivaldi's, I don't know, Four Seasons or something. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.